So moving on to the Smash Bros. Segment of the show.
Yeah.
A lot of things happened. This
If
week.
you're talking about the competitive side of it, yes, some things happened.
And I'm talking about some drama stuff too and everything behind the scenes.
Unfortunately,
a lot of things come with drama. I'm sure there's no esports that's without drama.
no.
But this time it was just bad. I'm referring to the Apex series. Apex is one of the biggest tournaments right now of Smash Bros. Ever right now at this point. It's got the most sign-ups for Melee, got the most sign-ups for Smash 4. I mean, anyway, because
It's
Smash 4.
It's the first one on Smash
anyway.
4.
The most entrants for Smash 64, which I think is incredible. And the person who really was like in charge of Apex, Alex Strife, he's been known for just quitting Apex, saying, "Oh, this year I'm just gonna leave. This, that, blah blah blah." He was gonna step down again supposedly, but then he actually did step down, but for a completely other reason that had nothing to do really with the tournament itself. That it had to do with some harassment accusations that were revealed, and many girls and women, because apparently he was trying to flirt and harass younger girls and older girls and a lot of women in between. And it got to a point where it was just people were showing the girls were showing their proofs, like, here's my text messages, here's some aims, here's something that happened a couple of years ago that he was doing this, that, and harassing me just in just a weird way. I don't even want to go over the conversations because they're disgusting.
Ugh.
But to a point where he just had to step down.
I mean, yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. That's kind of gross.
Yeah, and it was bad. And I mean, I felt like maybe not wanting to talk about that, but I felt like it had to be brought up because it also changes.
Well, I mean, it changes the dynamic of Apex.
Yeah, Apex said, it's all about the community. It's not, it's not all about one person. And one person doesn't make the community. But then more drama came out of that.
Yes.
Because we're going to talk about, we talked about that we're done with Apex, done. We're going to go back to that, but on a positive side, there was EVO announcements that were talked about. EVO 2015 already announced the games, which I absolutely love. The fact that the EMO 2015 announcement is already out, with Mr. Wizard, bringing it, like talking about it on Twitch with Mike Ross.
Yeah,
and it was fun. It was kind of funny to watch. Not gonna talk about the man's stomach, so don't worry. I'm not gonna be that guy. Not doing that. It's there. If you saw it, you made fun of it, whatever, on you.
Well, I didn't, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
But no, but they were having fun out there. Mike Ross is being Mike Ross. And then they talked about the games. Obviously, there were some interesting things I focused on with Smash because there was some tidbits. I mean, because I was kind of paying attention to that a lot more than the other games. Obviously, the games that are going to be there again, Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Of course.
Like, duh. Like, how could there be no Street Fighter in EVO? Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which is, like, good. It's back. And then they announced the third game, which was a toss-up, apparently. And it was for Super Smash Bros. Wii U.
Which I supported.
Yeah, I was like, yes. But then, of course, I had to check Twitter, and I had to check Reddit, and I had to check everything, and everybody's response was...
The Melee crybabies were like, what? No, how could you do this?
He said it, not me.
Yeah, you're Melee crybabies. Move on.
Yeah, so... Yeah, Melee fans were not so happy when Smash 4 was announced, and especially when there was a few more games announced, and it was like, wait, where's Melee? Oh my god, Melee.
And if you impatient babies would shut up.
Well, eventually, 4 more games later, Melee was announced.
Yes.
So let's go over the whole...
shut up.
Yeah, let's go over the list, and we'll talk about the Smash Bros. Stuff to focus, and also the games that didn't make it to EVO. So, Ultra Street Fighter 4, Marvel 3, and this was announced in order. Super Smash Bros. Wii U, Guilty Gear X, which I was like, what? Oh, okay. Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat X, which
nice.
is like...
It's not even out yet. It's not even a game yet.
Yeah, let's talk about that one. Persona 4,
which also I don't... Is that even out yet either?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
Melee. And then... Tekken 7.
Also not out yet.
That's not even out in Japan yet. They didn't even finish the game yet.
They're announcing games that don't exist yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Might as well Injustice 2 while you're at it.
Well, no, Injustice is not on the list. That's the funny thing. Okay.
I said Injustice 2. They're making a second.
I mean,
Injustice.
might as well. Might as well include it now.
As I said, if you're including games that don't exist yet, you might as well have Injustice 2 on there because
might as well have the beta.
That's coming out next year anyway or something.
the tournament beta. That's what it is.
And I'm surprised the original Injustice wasn't on there because that had a pretty good viewership last year.
And I remember it actually being kind of hype.
Yeah.
And not only that being hype, which I'm kind of upset in the Injustice fans losing that, even though people are like, well, Mortal Kombat's the same thing. It's
But I feel like Mortal Kombat 10, even if you've been watching the
footage
they've been releasing, it doesn't look like the same thing at all.
No, not at all.
It looks like a completely new game.
And then what was the other game? Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue got snubbed so hard.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it started off Evo Sunday. It started off with unsurprising hype.
Yeah.
Where people were just already posting it all over the internet, but bootleg the feeds on YouTube because they recorded it, ripped it, put it on YouTube like almost immediately, saying, "Dude, like you have to check out this grand finals of Blaze Blue." Not a lot of people are fans of Blaze Blue. I'm not even a fan of Blaze Blue, and we talked about it in our Evo discussion last year.
Yes.
That I was really hyped for that Blaze Blue, and I understood even from the commenters saying, "Oh, this is a lot technical. There's a lot of difficulty pulling this off. Blah blah, this that." And I believed them, and not only that, I saw it. There's some moves I'm just like I don't even know how they pull it off, and I don't even know it's simple or hard enough. But I know that they did some stuff in that tournament, in that grand finals that I don't even know what it was. But and also not only that, it was just a struggle. It was just a match between two good players. And that started off the day right for me because I was like, they're gonna follow it up with more hype games and more hype tournament, and especially, it didn't end exciting, which is unfortunate because we talked about how Street Fighter ended up very lame at the end. It really should have ended with Ultimate Marvel. Yeah, it really should have ended with Marvel, but that's just me. In all honesty, and this is coming from a Smash Bros. Fan we always talk about Smash Bros. I really felt like Marvel should have ended it over Smash because I felt that was hype. And plus, look at the views. But then again, people are like, "Oh, look at views. Views don't mean nothing," but it does.
They do.
It does.
Viewership means everything.
Viewership.
How are you gonna say views mean nothing? Viewership means everything.
Yeah,
that's how many people are watching. That's how you're getting supported.
And that's how you're getting your money.
Yeah.
So for Blaze Blue to be really snubbed like that was kind of bad. But now, interesting things that Mr. Wizard said during the stream, and we'll link you to that as well, was the fact that they have a smaller venue this year, which makes me wonder, because I saw from the cameras that venue was huge last year, and I hope they didn't blow their budget.
Right.
Because, there were some ridiculous things in that Evo that really may not have been necessary there, like that giant Evo symbol on the top, like that may not have been necessary, but it was still cool looking. I don't know if they'll afford that this year, apparently. I have no idea.
We don't know. Evo's still months away. We're about to hit February.
Yeah, that's true.
Evo's not until like June.
But I'm concerned about the space because even Mr. Witcher's talking about with the limited amount of space. He even talked about with Melee. There's a limited amount of space to a point where he kind of sarcastically said, maybe people are going to play in the hallway, and it's just like. It's like, well, that's
funny.
Yeah, that's not good because how small of a venue are we talking then? I haven't looked at the hotel listings and everything else for there, so I don't even remember last year's hotel where they were at, so I really couldn't compare from that. I'm only taking his word for it. Research on this show. If only I did that. But in all honesty, going off of his word and saying that, he's saying that. Well, another thing too. What backs that up with his word is the fact that he talked about getting your seats now, because if you're not there to play the tournament, there's going to be very limited seating just for viewing.
Yeah.
So it's like, get your stuff ready now, or else you're not going to go to Evo and watch.
Yeah, spectators, do your stuff now.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Now, Smash 4 being in there, of course, there was a lot of talk about it being boring, and the top 8 is going to be Diddy Kongs.
Not necessarily.
Which I don't know if that's just Twitch chat being trolled, the fighting game community being trolled or whatnot. But the one thing that kind of made me laugh a little bit was the fact that Mr. Wizard was talking about Smash 4. And in describing the game, because they described it like, oh, it's going to be back, this is that. He described Smash 4 saying, oh, I'm watching everybody. I'm watching the streams. I'm watching when we host tournaments and such. And I see people playing Smash 4 and they're playing it like it's a real game. And
It is a real game. It's not a fake game. It doesn't exist in our imaginations. It's a real game. I can bring you a copy of a CD if you'd like me to show you that it's a real game. God, please.
Yeah, that was kind of a nice little backhanded compliment there about Smash
That's
4.
not a comment. It's a backhanded smack in the mouth.
But yeah.
Please, Mr. Wizard.
And all he had to say about Melee was the fact that, Mango, and I mean, that's true. I mean, I don't know how hype it'll be, but I mean, there's a lot of competition in Melee right now.
Well, Mango's going for the 3-peat.
And that's the thing he brought up too. Mango going for the 3-peat, and if he succeeds, he'd be the only one in Evo history to do so. He's tied with Daigo right now with winning with 2 back-to-back. Like, not to say he won 2 in total, but winning 2 back-to-back, Daigo has that record, Mango has that record. Now, as far as going for the 3, no one has.
No one has it. Not. So, and you know what?
I feel like that might have been the only reason Melee was brought back, in all honesty. I
also think it has something to do with the record of 1,000 entries.
No, he mentioned that. He even talked about Apex, and this is the thank you for that. Talking about Apex and saying, we're not going to, especially after 1,000 people signed up for Apex, we're definitely not going to pass up on Smash for Evo either, for Melee. Yeah. So he brought that up, and obviously too, it's also for just the viewership, because he's not dumb. You can't say no to 130,000 people that are potentially going to watch Melee.
Yeah, and I do believe that Mango's going to bring on the 3-peat.
Yeah.
I know you're saying that Hungry Box is doing
Hungry Box.
Don't get me wrong,
and Leffen too. Those are the 2 to watch out for.
Don't get me wrong, Hungry Box looks good. I saw what he did to the Mewtwo King. I saw that.
Yeah,
but still,
for those that don't know, the last tournament that just passed, major tournament anyway. I already forget what it was, and I apologize for that. Hungry Box basically 8-stocked Mewtwo King.
Oh, I mean, it got to the point where he got 2 quick kills, both games, because Mewtwo King was on Fox, Hungry Box was on Jigglypuff, his signature, and he got 2 quick rests off, and Mewtwo King both games were just like, I quit, and he SD'd off the edge for his last 2 lives in both games. So
last one.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
He basically
just gave up.
Absolutely wreck Mewtwo King.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mewtwo King tried to do a Jigglypuff Ditto, and that didn't work out.
Still got wrecked.
Yeah.
So Hungry Box looks good, but
it's still early.
At the same time, Mewtwo King's not Mango, man. I still think Mango is the king. He is the almighty Melee
GOAT. But now going back to Smash 4 and Apex, because Mr. Wizard brought up an interesting thing about this, which concerns me with Nintendo's involvement. He talked about working with Apex and talking about how everything will work out during this tournament. He said they have to look into the rules and everything else. He's talked about the 2-stock rule, which I'm agreeing with, and a lot of Smash fans agree with it, because they said, look, it sounded like he wasn't a big fan of the 4-stock 8-minute matches for Melee. But that rule's in place because, that's the rule that that the community has come to. Also, the fact that it's a faster-paced game. So 2 stocks works better for Smash 4 because, yes, it's slower, but it's not only because it's slower, but also there's no ledge guarding.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna able to make it back on the ledge, you're gonna make it back on the ledge. In previous Smashes, that wasn't like that, because even if the person's on the ledge and you touch the ledge, you're not getting on because the other person's on the ledge.
Yeah, that's the edge guard. It's ledge hogging.
Yeah, but in this game, anybody can make it back on the ledge, which is why the stocks have to be cut down, because you're not able to knock anybody off like that anymore.
Yeah.
The rules have changed, and the pacing of the game has changed, and everything else has changed in that game too, but it doesn't mean it's a bad game, but it makes a difference. So Mr. Richard talked about that, and then he talked about the stage selection, because apparently there's a contract of what games and what stages, a contract to what stages are going to be used for this tournament, which caught my interest, because I'm like, wait, what stage selection is there for this tournament? And are they going to allow the non-FD stages, and they're going to allow, like, for example, the Mega Man with the
hazard on the yellow devil and stuff.
Yeah, and everything else, that type of thing.
That's going to make some people a little angry.
And that's what I feel, and that's only because of Nintendo.
Well, I mean, it's good to have Nintendo on board because you're getting sponsorship and you'll be able to support a little bit more. But if Nintendo's going to interfere that much, is it worth having Nintendo around?
Because that's the thing too. Nintendo has a tournament this weekend at Nintendo World, and I want to be able to cautiously look at the rule set that they have. And I feel like that may affect. I don't know if it's going to affect Apex. If it's going to affect Evo. I don't know what's going to affect. But it's that I want to be able to look out for. And then other tournaments that Smash has, and then Apex. Apex is going to be where everything's going to be set. I feel like if they do other things in other tournaments and change some rules, that's another thing. But I feel like this is where it's going to be, and whatever rules they have might just stick all the way to Evo, which I don't know if I'm really a fan or not. Because then next thing you know, what if Nintendo says it's not going to be all stocks, it's going to be timed, and it's going to be free-for-alls for the beginning part of the tournament and stuff like that. That type of thing.
Man, Nintendo, just let them do their thing.
And I'm concerned because a lot of people aren't really concerned about it, but then again, too, they really don't have a reason because they don't know what Nintendo's doing. And I don't know either.
This is true. But I'm just saying, a lot of people, this is all speculation right now.
Yeah.
So if we're speculating that certain courses are available, certain rule sets are available, or force not available, then, if Nintendo interferes too much, it might not be worth having them around.
Exactly. That's the way I feel. Finishing that up with Apex, because there was some drama about that, because the person who runs Clash tournaments, which is going to help stream Apex, and the person that used to run Apex, which is Alex Strife, there was a conversation leaked by Chibo, that's his name, from Clash Tournaments, between both of them about Project M. Now, Project M is nowhere to be found in Apex, which upset a lot of people, which, people have been threatening the employees of Apex's lives and whatnot because of that.
That's stupid.
And it's hit a major impact because people are concerned about that game. That it's a mod. I mean, people are concerned about that, like, oh, I don't want to lose that, and I want to be able to play competitively, this, that. People are assuming this is why you don't see it on VG Bootcamp a lot. This is why you don't see it on all the other streams a lot. To a point where the conversation leaked had talked about that Nintendo was going to, the contract had stated that they were taking off Project M off of their YouTube and streams. And now that's vague because it could be all. Is it all of them? Or from what I took about it, is it just from Apex? Like any stream or anything that's on there from Apex. I'm talking about the past with PM is gone. And then what does that say about the future of Project M?
Sounds to me like Project M is gonna be pretty much eradicated.
It seems like it.
Because at this point, Nintendo's getting involved in the competitive Smash scene, and because Project M is a mod, not an actual game released by Nintendo, they don't want it around.
Mm-hmm.
So if Nintendo's going to be everywhere, Project M is going to be nowhere.
That's true. And what's going to happen with that? Who knows? If there's going to be non-big streamers that are going to stream Project M, I mean, they got to step up now. Because, I mean, after this, there may not be a Project M for the rest of the year at any major tournaments.
Pretty much.
And because of that leak, even though the Apex team saying it wasn't, and then they later said it was, because of that conversation being put out there, it was a breach of contract, and now Clash Tournament is no longer streaming Apex. It is still going to be VG Bootcamp, but now it's going to be Team Spooky just announced that it's going to also stream Apex as well. Which
is a shame because I kind of liked Clash Tournaments.
They've been really stepping up with they had a lot more coverage of Smash 4 than a lot of other streamers.
Oh yeah, that's why I liked them. I liked watching the Smash 4.
But that's not to knock against Team Spooky, because Team Spooky has just been the gods of streaming fighting games.
Well, yeah, they've been the gods of streaming fighting games, but I don't think they really covered Smash before.
Not a lot. They have, but not a lot.
Right. They are more for the Marvel vs. Capcom and Street Fighter and stuff like that. So,
but it'll be interesting. Respect.
It'll be interesting to see how well they cover Smash.
So speaking of Apex some more, there's going to be a surprise game with, I guess Nintendo's giving the Smash people who go there to a treat.
A treat.
Yeah, there's a rumor that there's going to be a game there. Whether it's there's rumored to be Splatoon. Some people are rumoring that it may be Pokken tournament.
Either one of those would be dope.
Yeah, it would be. I'm not gonna lie.
I would love to go just to try out those games.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going, but
yeah, it's at Jersey, man.
I'm not going.
So who knows what'll happen there? But that's I guess a perk of working with Nintendo. They give you some games to try out.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, maybe they can do it for all they want. You get to try out different games.
There you go. Besides that, Pokken. Speaking of that was announced today. Your thoughts? I just have to ask your thoughts. That's
this is the Pokemon game that I've been waiting for a while.
Really?
It looks pretty dope. I mean, it's a Pokemon fighting game. It's pretty dope. the characters that they showed in this were Lucario, Machamp, Pikachu,
which surprises the hell out of me. Pikachu.
But in the same note, it's not that surprising because Pikachu is like the face.
Yeah, he is the face of Pokemon. That he is the major mascot.
But at the same time, it's like
with Tekken mechanics.
Yeah, it was just weird to see it happen.
Yeah.
It says it was Lucario, Machamp, Pikachu, Gardevoir, and Suicune.
Yeah, hey, it's Pokken, and those are the ones that are just confirmed.
I was expecting an all fighting type game.
Nah,
but
man.
you've got Suicune's a 4-legged animal, pure water type, and Gardevoir does stand on 2 feet, 2 legs rather.
Yeah,
but it's psychic fairy type.
Dude,
so
you know
it's
what?
Not fighting.
Someone brought up that point of shouldn't they be balanced like Pokemon with the things and that? And it's like no, like it's a fighting game. Like you got to balance it by fighting mechanics, not with Pokemon special attack.
Yeah,
mechanics.
like I don't think that there's gonna be the attacks are gonna have any effect as like super effective or not very effective.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be so dumb.
I think it's gonna be like a Street Fighter kind of thing where it's like I kick you in the face, it's doing damage. Like it doesn't matter how much, doesn't matter if it's effective or not.
So,
a kick to the face is always super effective.
Yeah,
like, come on.
Now, as far as the controller, we have to link this because
this was weird.
I think someone called it, and I wish I saved their name and I forgot it. But someone said that, like this is the most generic controller you could possibly make. Like it took, I don't know, and it uses a D-pad. Doesn't even use a stick. It's
there's no stick on it.
Yeah,
I mean, there are I guess people who use just the D-pad, but at the same time, it's just like this controller looks so weird.
Now, as far as gameplay, support Pokemon can be chosen at any start at each round. They could be used at any time, but will also have a cooldown period. And a bunch of other things too. Like it's so strange. I definitely want to save this one, but this is definitely going to be an interesting type of game. It sounds like Tekken Tag in some way, but then in a different way as well.
Right. It sounds really cool. Like I really want to try this game out. If it ever hits North America, that would be fantastic.
Well, first it's going to be released in Japan in arcades only.
Yes.
If it may come to consoles, but I don't know in what capacity. But we'll see what happens with that.
I hope. I guess I could say is I hope. I don't know. No one knows per se. I mean, I'm sure Nintendo knows. But,
oh yeah.
But
well,
we don't.
It's their product. That's
we
them.
don't. We know nothing.
So something else interesting in the actual Pokemon game itself, the Unovas.
Yes, ever since I guess Black and White, there's been hidden abilities for Pokemon, and mostly everyone has one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been in the coding, the Unova starters have had coding for a hidden ability, but there's never been officially released.
Okay.
Guess what? Now, finally, 2 years later, we're finally getting our 5th generation starter hidden abilities?
Yep.
Yeah, 5th generation. So right now, Superior is out, which has the most broken ability ever in Contrary.
Really?
Which there's stat losses.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Contrary makes it so stat losses go up and stat ups go down.
Oh wow!
So one of the main moves that Superior has is Leaf Storm, but it lowers your special attack by 2. Well, guess what? Leaf Storm now raises Superior special attack by 2. So it means Leaf Storm hits. It's supposed to hit less and less every time. It's gonna hit harder every time. So Superior just went from like bottom tier to one of the most broken things ever because of this.
Yep. And that code is available as of the 22nd up until November 30th. So they give people a hell of a time to get this damn thing.
The code I believe is Pokemon 497.
Not sure. I don't get.
I believe it's Pokemon 497. And then
it's on Pokemon.com anyway.
Right, Pokemon.com. And then to get the Embor, which will be releasing in February.
No, actually, no. Embor is going to be releasing the 29th.
The 29th. Well, it's basically February. So. Embor will be releasing on the 29th. And for that, I believe you need to have a Pokemon account.
Okay.
And they're going to send it to you by email. And then Samurott will be releasing later in February. And
February 5th.
And I have no idea how that one's coming out. So
gotcha.
We'll figure it out, though.
All right. Switching from that to esports. Big thing for esports. I know you want to talk about the first part. I will talk about the second part.
Well, the LCS is starting.
Mm-hmm.
So
the whole season, brand new season.
Yeah, the brand new season of LCS is starting. Europe started Thursday and Friday. There's day 1 and day 2 of the European LCS, And Saturday, Sunday is day 1 and 2 of the North American LCS.
And that's going to be running up until what, October again?
Well, this is the spring split,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
which there's some new rule changes and stuff. There's some crazy ones. They added there was 8 teams. They added 2 more teams.
Okay.
So there's 10 teams now.
Mm.
3 are still going to get relegated, excuse me.
Okay.
But 10th place automatically gets demoted now.
Mm.
So last season, 8, 7, and 6 had to fight to stay in the tournament. For now, 10 automatically gets demoted to the Challenger Series. They
Wow.
don't get a chance to fight.
Damn.
9, 7, and 8 will still have a chance to fight to stay in.
That's
And
a
so if
that's a hell of
you're-
a rule change.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a crazy rule change.
Mm.
So at the same, I don't really agree with that.
Mm.
I feel like 10 should still have a chance to stay in,
Yeah.
but I guess that's not the case. Because I feel like the best pro team, I feel like this for actual sports too, the best pro team is better than, the worst pro team is better than the best, up and coming team.
Like amateur. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's like, yeah, example, like I always
just
felt like,
from experience alone.
yeah, I always felt like someone that's from the minors would beat anybody in like a regular baseball field. That's
Exactly.
trying,
They're trying to say like, oh, well, the best college team could be the best, the worst pro team. Like, I don't think so.
But you never know either.
Right, you never know. But at the same, that's what relegations are for. It gives
Mm.
them a chance to prove that they're still worthy to be there. They just had a bad season.
Mm.
Who's to say that? Because I guess right now one of the lowest NA teams people are speculating is Team 8.
Mm.
Which, who's to say they don't win a single game in the LCS, but they gain enough experience by playing all these teams that they're still better than the best team in Challenger?
That's true. Like
So-
I said, you never know.
I don't know, but we'll see.
And then to finalize our League of Legends talk, the World Championships are going to be held in Europe this time in October.
Which is
yeah.
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
At North America had season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Why I don't remember who. I probably had season 1 also. I don't remember. It was so long ago, and there wasn't actually like an LCS.
Yeah.
It was just like
The championships.
they're just like, all right, you guys have been playing season 1 for 2 years. Let's just have a championship and end it. So it was just kind of. I think it actually might have been held in Europe during DreamHack or something.
Mm.
Then season 2 was held in North America. Season 3 was held in China or Korea, something like that. I think season 2 is Korea.
Mm.
Season 3, which just happened, was in the China. I don't know. It happened over in Asia. Oh no,
China. Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
And then now we're gonna have Europe for season 4.
And that's cool.
So yeah,
give a
they're
chance to
spreading
every
it out.
countries. Yeah,
right, they're spreading it
definitely.
out, and they've got plenty of venues out there.
Oh yeah.
So, because I think what they're doing, because in North America, when they had it, it was kind of like the first season, so everything happened in Anaheim.
Mm.
So, except the except the championship happened in the Staples Center.
Yeah.
But everything else happened in their studio in Anaheim.
Mm.
Whereas the one that happened just over in Asia, China.
Yeah.
I believe it was China. I don't
Yeah.
remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. Call me stupid. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
It happened all around. There was like Singapore and Shanghai. Like there was all over.
Yeah.
So all the different things happened in different places. I think they're gonna do that for Europe too.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Right? You might have games in London, games in France, games in Germany, games here, game there. So
Yeah, it's almost like a World Cup type of thing where they go to different stadiums. Yeah.
exactly. So I like this idea, and there's, like I said, there's plenty of venues to have it. Where they have the final game, I don't know.
Mm.
Maybe because their studio's in Cologne, but I don't think their studio is big enough
For
to
the
hold all
world.
these to hold
No.
the whole millions of people, thousands,
Mhm.
hundreds of thousands of people. So I'm thinking maybe like Wembley Stadium or something. That'd be so dope.
Yeah.
Rent out Wembley Stadium.
That'd be kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie.
that would be dope because it's huge too.
And just to correct you, the finals took place in Seoul, Korea.
Korea. Okay, so
Mm.
so season 3 was Korea. Season 2 must have been somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what
we're,
it is?
we're
It's
bad
all,
at
it
that.
all it all blends to my brain.
Yeah.
To me,
It's
to
like
me,
a constant all year thing though with League. It's crazy.
yeah, to me, like Taipei is still the champion teams, even though they won like 4 years ago. It's just like, when did they win? I don't remember. But yeah, so it was crazy.
Now we're gonna switch discussions to all the games.
All the things.
All the things. Harmonix. They made the Rock Band game series.
Yes.
They are having a survey to show if people are interested in the new Rock Band game.
No. No. I'm sure there are people. I lost my interest in it, so I would say no.
I could have sworn that this get canceled and just all the DLC and everything just got killed like a while ago. So for it to want to come back, I guess that's kind of cool. They listed consoles as the Wii U, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. That's the choices that they had. So if you want to get on the survey, we'll link you to that, of course.
I mean, like I said, I'm over Rock Band and Guitar Hero and all that. But I was big on those back when they were like, big.
Mm-hmm.
I played Rock Band. I played Guitar Hero 3 for days.
Yeah.
But no.
Going on to remember the documentary that we talked about with the burial ground of the Atari games, Atari Game Over.
The ET, man.
Yeah, the
Looking
ET.
for those ET cartridges.
That is gonna be on a video on demand starting February 2nd in North America, UK, Australia, and Japan. Before it was exclusively on the Xbox Live. Now it's gonna be available everywhere.
Dope. I'll check that out because I'm actually really interested in that.
Yeah, I really want to see it too, and I don't have an Xbox, so yeah, I don't.
Me either.
Yeah. So. Now, Resident Evil HD came out. So, the old Resident Evil that was basically ported to the GameCube was up-resed, basically, because I don't think they really did a lot much than that.
Yeah.
It's been released for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Now, if you had to beat the game, you get a special letter. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you get a letter written by the creator of Resident Evil thanking you for playing it. In order for you to get this, which is kind of crazy, you have to... this particular thing, you have to finish the game on invisible mode, which that to me is insane. Invisible zombies. No freaking way.
Yeah, how can you see anything?
No.
It's impossible. I feel like I wouldn't even try that mode.
Let's see. You have to be in invisible mode. To even unlock invisible mode, you have to beat the game with with both Chris and Jill, or complete the game in real survival mode.
Huh.
And real survival, the item boxes are not connected to one another, and auto aim is disabled. So
that's pretty. All these options sound really hard.
And you also have to beat it under 5 hours.
Under 5 hours,
which is I think possible for a lot of people who've been speedrunning Resident Evil. Because I remember watching when the game came out, there was already speedrunners just going through the game like nothing.
Yeah, I mean people love to speedrun, so I the 5 hours is probably not as hard as the actual invisible mode. Oh my god.
Yeah. No arcade games. There was a convention that happened in Europe, in the UK actually, which is the EAG 2015, and they showed some new arcade games. Here's a throwback for some people: Time Crisis 5.
Wow.
Time Crisis is actually still being made.
That's dope. I like Time Crisis.
Also, the new Mario Kart arcade game, Star Wars Battle Pod, which I remember playing a Star Wars racing game. I think it was for Episode 1 in the arcades back in the day.
Yeah.
That game was kind of hot. That was all right.
And you said Mario Kart?
Yeah, there's been a bunch of Mario Karts.
That's so dope. All right, we're out. Where are we going?
Dude, there's 3 or 4 different Mario Kart arcades out there right now.
That is so dope.
Yeah.
I'm about that. Where are we going?
And a new Jurassic Park shooter. Now, the thing is, in the U.S., there's not a lot of places to go to arcades. If you have to, you probably got to drive out your way. If not, there's a Dave & Buster's. that's about it.
Yeah.
So for people to still enjoy it, I hope people can, because these games sound really awesome. But a lot of people are just stuck in the home consoles, because there was a point where arcades were important, because they had better quality than what you had at home. Compare the Atari version of Pac-Man to the regular Pac-Man, and you see how horrible the quality was for this game.
Well, that's the thing now. Yeah, you're right. It's everything. You have better quality at home, and it's also just more convenient to go sit on your own couch instead of driving out to an arcade or taking the bus to an arcade and paying every time you want to play a game.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I there's just a certain feel about an arcade though that you can't replace at home.
Especially that sound. That's why I want to be able to go to a competitive gaming tournament one time, because I remember seeing a footage from I think last year's Evo when Nintendo was there. I don't really see much of the behind stuff, but when I heard all the gaming sounds, all the sounds from every game blended in, it just reminded me so much of an arcade. I was like, I want to be there, because that's what arcades were like. Arcades had that sound, the everything, all the noises going at once, and you just knew it was just fun. It was just that atmosphere of just being in a cool place where everybody can relate, because they're all there to play games.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And to compete too, because there's the games with 2 players, and people could be like, yeah, I'll put my coins down, I want to play you. That type of thing. It was just, it was just cool back in the days, and that doesn't really exist.
I remember there was a bunch of games too that were only arcade games.
Yeah, for years.
For a long time. I remember
the Simpsons arcade.
Yeah, Simpsons arcade. The Grid.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, New Rock had that one. That was so much fun to play.
Yeah.
I loved the grid. The grid was one of the best games. But unfortunately, all their machines just kept breaking, and they just couldn't repair them because it had this weird ball you had to spin.
Oh, you know what? I do know that game.
Yeah,
now.
had a
Okay.
ball you had to spin, and they just stopped making the replaceable balls. So they were just like, they couldn't make the game, and they couldn't replace the game anymore.
Yeah. I loved the game that was like the Turtles in Time, but then they made it for Super Nintendo, but the original arcade wasn't really, because the Super Nintendo one was vastly, like, it had some of the same levels, but it had different bosses all over the place and had an extra couple of levels.
Yeah.
You know, that type of thing. But then
Look
they
at us.
released it.
Look at us being old right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, well, when we said arcades, it would have hinted how old we
That
were
would have
already.
hinted, but like just talking about all the old times.
All the old days, especially that X-Men one that they released on live too. The one that was, I remember the cabinet still. It was 4 different television screens next to each other to make this wide ass thing, and you had like separate like sticks and everything for every person that would want to join in. That thing was crazy to me.
So much fun.
Yeah. Going on to Call of Duty now, something interesting, because we don't really talk about Call of Duty much. But somebody found something interesting. They found the gun that may or may not have been supposed to be in the game. They walked basically out of bounds, and they found an RPG which is called Weapon_RPG.
Oh, okay.
They found it off things, and basically it's an RPG. It's not really meant to be in a game because it's like a futuristic thing. So this is really an old school weapon that they found. And it doesn't make any sound when you shoot it, and it's kind of powerful. So we'll share the link with you on stuff.
That's interesting. I mean, you glitched and found a weapon that's not supposed to be in the game.
Yeah, that's really
Good
interesting.
going, Activision, man. I'm not even sure if Activision's still involved in Call of Duty anymore.
Yeah, they are.
Treyarch, I don't know. It's good going, Call of Duty people.
And now Hotline Miami. Well, we kind of like skipped on this last time because we knew about like the fact that Hotline Miami 2 was having some problems being released in Australia because of censorship. Australia is really strict in how they release their games, to where now that game is actually banned. Now the creator of the game, or the co-creator,
And this is why he's awesome.
yeah, he basically said this: if it ends up not being released in Australia, just pirate it after release.
Yeah. How often do you hear a game dev say, pirate my game?
No need to send us any money. Just enjoy the game. Now that's a game dev.
That's dope, man. That's awesome.
That was an email that was screen cap. That was credit user. That's basically the freaking creator of Hotline Miami, and it was verified by a journalist for Polygon. And also Ars Technica confirmed that the email was real.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I hope he doesn't get in trouble for that, because people who say that publicly usually get in trouble with that. I really hope he doesn't.
Well, he's saying pirate my game. like yeah, everyone else buy it, but if you can't because your
in
country's
Australia,
if you can't because your country won't let you, feel free to steal it. Like, that's awesome.
Alrighty, so that's our all the games talk. We're gonna be moving on to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo has discontinued Club Nintendo.
Boo.
That's a major thing for me, because
I finally got the platinum, man.
You know what? I think I might be like 10 coins away from platinum. I think I have to do a survey too. I think I might have lost out on the Smash Bros. Survey. Oops.
Nah, whatever.
Yeah, but I got to do something, because I got to get the final platinum for the year, and then just buy whatever the hell games I'm gonna get. Now it's unfortunate. They announced it basically the other day. They were just like, I think the same, like the day after, like the day they announced it, which was the 21st. They said that any games coming out after the 21st of this month in January are no longer going to have Nintendo Club Nintendo flyers that are in the actual game or whatever. So no games will have it anymore. You can't register those games anymore after the 21st. Like anything that came out before January will have the codes. You can still enter it. Anything that's coming out from here on out will not have the codes anymore. So if you still got to register old games, you can, but you will have until
June, I believe.
Yes, you will have until June to actually redeem your coins. So let me just give you the exact details. So it was, let's see, July 20th. March 31st will be the last day for members to earn coins. So yes, you can still earn the coins from the actual games that were released before the 20th of January, but you have until March 31st to register them, which I think that's giving a chance for people who have to register Mewtwo for Smash Bros.
Yes.
So, they still want to get that, if they still got to get that promotion, because I think that's when it finishes.
Probably.
Club Nintendo will shut down June 30th at midnight Pacific time, and all coins will be deleted and all accounts closed on July 1st, 2015.
Okay.
And that's in North America. Other countries will follow as well because they were starting to shut down the one in Europe first. And then Japan followed, and now North America. Now basically it's everywhere. Everywhere it's just shutting down. But don't fret. There will be a new program, a loyalty program for Nintendo. They're going to announce it later on this year.
Okay. I
Which
I
is-
guess that's all right.
Yeah, it's cool, I guess.
I mean, I liked the Club Nintendo. I mean, they gave you games.
For free.
Yeah, for free.
For buying other games. Like, I think that's pretty cool. I was considering getting Metroid, but I didn't jump on that. I was like,
Yeah.
whatever with it. But I got Mario. I got Mario World from that. I got Mario Kart from that.
They have
I
Zelda
got
on there, too.
F-Zero X from there. I was going to get Zelda, but I wasn't too sure about that. But I do like the games that they offer, in all honesty. I got, 64 game and 2 regular games. And then I got the posters from Zelda. That was awesome. From
Yeah,
Link Between
nice.
Worlds. That was awesome.
Now I don't know what I'm going to do with my coins because I'm pretty sure they're not going to have any more rewards.
They are. They're still going to give rewards, so you got to spend them somehow. You just got to spend
No, I
them
mean,
before.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to come out with anything new.
They have to. I mean, nothing maybe brand new or maybe something exclusive, but as far as games, they're going to have to start give them out for whatever 200 coins or whatnot.
No, yeah, that. No, I'm saying, I'm pretty sure whatever's on there now, that's it. Like in March, they're not going to be like, oh, we're going to release this for, for coins.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they've already switched it up. Like they changed the new games that are going to be available for the month, and then it's going to be available until February, and then from March, and then that's probably it. So
Okay.
I don't know what's gonna. I feel like I should save my coins towards the end. I don't know, but then I could be wrong, and I have too many coins, and then I can't spend them. So
Yeah, I
I
guess.
don't know.
It's a tough choice.
So Sonic Boom is gonna have an update because of how horribly glitched it is.
Or how just horribly horrible it is.
Yeah,
Like-
or it's just a bad game in general. And the update's out for anybody that owns it. I don't know who owns it. If you do, I feel sorry for you. But there is going to be a gig update. You can get that now if you want to.
Okay, well, I mean, all 7 people that own Sonic Boom.
Now, something I missed from Zelda, the Majora's Mask 3D. It supports the Circle Pad Pro, which is very interesting because not a lot of people own it. It's not really commercially available anymore, but it's there to be supported, which is unfortunate because it's like, well, then why can't other games support that? That's also going to be supported with the new 3DS anyway, especially Smash Bros, which people said, why can't the Circle Pad be?
It's weird.
I don't know.
It's kind of weird, but at the same time, it's like, I guess it's gonna use the C stick.
Yeah, I guess.
It's gonna use that new 3DS C stick. So.
Yeah, and that's I don't know how I feel about that one in all honesty. New Hyrule Warriors version. We talked about how how frequently updated Hyrule Warriors is. Version 1.5.0 is going to be coming out February 5th, and that's also the same day that comes out with the new Majora's Mask pack that comes with Kid Link and Tingle. There's also going to be new medals, new weapon skills, an updated junk store, and an updated adventure mode information screen as well.
Nice.
Captain Toad, this is kind of unfortunate for Nintendo. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker it's rumored that it's sold only 250,000 units in the U.S. so far. Whether that'll stop it from being sold or any more future Toad games or Captain Toad games or puzzle games in general coming out on the Wii U.
How much did it cost?
It costs about 40.
Yeah, see, that was too much.
I feel like it was too. I got
feel
it
like
as
it's
a
too much
gift,
for
but
it.
still. But but look at the new Kirby game. The new Kirby game has been announced for $40 as well. The clay one, which I don't know if that's gonna sell well or not either.
I don't know. I just didn't think Captain Toad was worth the price.
I didn't think so either. Maybe $30, but definitely not 40.
Yeah.
Going on to going right back to Zelda, the Majora's Mask 3D file size has been revealed. It is at 661 megabits, which is almost about the size of a CD, which is I thought wasn't that much. It's for $40, really? Might as well give it to me for $30. Really? Am I paying for the brand name? But I guess it's also the enhanced graphics, and also the fact, too, that I have to keep in mind that Majora's Mask was on a 64-bit system, so it probably maxed out at 64 megabits. So for it to be up that much, it probably can't add too much to the game anyway.
Yeah, you don't want to change the game too much.
Yeah, so, but I mean, the price tag seems kind of off to me, but I guess the up-resing and, or condensing it, down-resing to it making it look good on a 3DS and also look good in 3D that nobody uses. But, all that work for that, I guess that's worth the $40.
Don't worry, you can move it.
Yeah,
and you're not going to hurt your face
Yeah,
anymore.
that's true. That's right. The face tracking with the new 3DS.
That didn't make a difference at all.
I know it doesn't. I
just don't use 3D.
I don't use the 3D either. I don't see the point in that. Now, interesting tidbit about Mario Galaxy 2 that was released for the Wii U. you can actually, if you did the Wii U system transfer from Wii to Wii U, it will access your original save file. So you don't even have to replay the whole game again. It's right there for you to play.
It's pretty cool.
That's really interesting.
That's interesting, yeah.
That I didn't know that Nintendo could do. That's some next gen stuff there that Nintendo's pulling off there.
Yes, Nintendo's got some hidden stuff that people seem to be finding out about now.
Yeah, but then they take a step backwards, because then with the new 3DS, we were talking about that again. And apparently you need to unscrew your you need to unscrew your 3DS in order for you to access it to put in your SD card.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah,
that's kind of. You know how easy it is to just pick this thing up right now, and just open up this little slot and take out my SD card.
Yeah, it's just right there.
It's like right there.
Easy. We're doing it for if we had video, or maybe we do have video.
Oh.
But all I got to do is flip this thing up and go, oh, well, there's my SD card. I don't have to take off the entire case or nothing. No, I can just do it. But I don't get why we have to take a step backwards, in all honesty. I understand for new RAM and new space, and that's why they decreased it from an SD card to a micro SD card. I don't get it. Whatever. I don't know.
Whatever.
So going to because we talked about earlier the Club Nintendo. Now the people who were Club Nintendo members, they have the opportunity to download Flipnote Studio 3D because of them closing Club Nintendo. So there you go, you get something for free. Yeah, it'll be free to download until June 30th, and it'll be available for people who newly registered to the Club Nintendo now, because I think now a lot of people are going to be registering. It'll allow you to do it until March 31st if you're newly registered.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm not newly registered. I also wouldn't use Flipnote.
Yeah, but for Europe, the Flipnote Studio 3D is going to be offered later as a download. So for North America, it's you can get that for free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, there's a popular game on Steam called Terraria. It's like a Minecraft, but in 2D, I guess you could say. It's like a kind of adventure, kind of a digging type of game. Not really. It's different, and it has gotten a lot of praise from a lot of people. And apparently, it's coming to the Wii U and the 3DS, and that's according to GameFly. Let's see if that's going to be confirmed or not. Not 100% on that one.
Huh.
And speaking of Kirby, going back to Kirby real quick. Toys R Us is offering a free Kirby Amiibo with the Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. That's an
cool.
interesting one.
That's cool.
I like that.
Get that special ability from the Kirby Amiibo.
Yeah. I'd still want to get that Meta Knight and then that King DDD, though. You get the even cooler ones.
Yeah. Well, the Meta Knight's going to be hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Best Buy, please.
Now, I didn't know Nintendo was doing this already, but they're sending out some more demo codes, because apparently they already sent out some before, of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on the 3DS. So check your emails and see if you got them. I don't care if I get one, so I might give all of mine out maybe.
If I get one.
Yeah, I might, because I was really important when Smash came out, because I freaked out when I got Smash. Like, oh my god, I got the Smash code.
That's pretty dope.
But as far as the Monster Hunter, it's like,
Yeah, I don't play Monster Hunter, so to me, if I get my codes, I'll be giving them out.
Yeah, I might just try it. Staying on the 3DS, Final Fantasy, the first original Final Fantasy, has been re-released on the 3DS with new touchscreen capabilities. It pretty much looks like what was really re-released on PSP and on mobile, just in a different format. And it looks kind of like, thankfully they kept the old battle system, and they basically look like the characters on Super Nintendo, like Final Fantasy 6. But it's gonna be it's on 3DS. It should be out soon.
Yeah, Final Fantasy is your thing. I don't.
Yeah, but then again, why can't they remake 7 and then just use the old battle system? What the hell?
Because they said they're not gonna remake 7.
I know. Ending, because we're all over the place, Nintendo, and we apologize for that. Nintendo's doing a 72-hour contest for you to win prizes. Which kind of prizes? Well, you could win the Majora's Mask 3DS and
a copy of the game.
Yeah, a copy of the game. I don't know exactly if it's the Majora's Mask 3DS XL. I mean, it just says new Nintendo 3DS XL. And this is coming from Nintendo. How do you do it? Well, 72 hours, like the game. We get 72 hours to try to save the world. In 72 hours between January 23rd and the 25th, you have to create a mask that's inspired by Majora's Mask. You don't have to create just Majora's Mask. You're just creating, whatever mask, it's inspired from it. And the best mask they'll pick will win the prize. So if you want to enter it, do it. It's you want to hashtag it Nintendo contest entry and hashtag my Majora's Mask.
So you artsy folks out there, definitely get on that. You can win a free new 3DS XL. Yes, I'm about it. Give it to me if you don't want it.
Oh yeah.
If you just want to create a mask and you don't play games, give it to me. I'll take it.
Hell yeah. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse and Mario Party 10 may be the next Wii U titles that use preloading. Because we talked about preloading.
Right.
And Smash was the first one to use it. Those two games might be the next ones, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. And
that's about it for a Nintendo talk for that. Now, I just want to have a mini Amiibo discussion because, we usually have an Amiibo talk. Now, something interesting happened with Sakurai.
Yeah.
He tweeted out that, this is his tweet. I'm just going to read it. During lunch break, I went to buy the new Amiibos, but Sheik, Meta Knight, Lucario, and Rosalina were all sold out, so I couldn't buy them.
Even Sakurai is having a problem getting Amiibos.
But I mean, I feel like, why can't he just get them from Nintendo?
Exactly. Like these are made for your game, the game that you made. You should have first priority. You should already have the ones that aren't even released yet on your shelf right now.
Yeah.
But this man can't even get the ones. This man can't even get.
I mean, look
Amiibos.
at the video that he shouted out with Amiibo. He had Amiibo in front of him. Obviously, he can get them. I don't know. Maybe he's just that humble where it's like, I'd rather just. I mean, it's not like he's spending money. He's gonna get it back, right? I mean, technically, he's still giving himself a paycheck, right? I don't know.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't think it really matters to him.
Yeah, I guess not.
Even then, it's just like that goes to show you that even for Sakurai, the Amiibo struggle is real.
Yeah. And I think that's all we got for Amiibo talk, because I don't even care about
the
Marth. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I think that's it, because, I mean, like, people are talking about Marth being in stock at Play Asia, probably sold out by now, who knows. It's got European and American prices. It's a little more pricier, and it's the Japanese version, but it's not like Amiibo are region locked, so it doesn't even matter. So if you want to get your hands on a Marth, check out Play Asia.
Check it out.
Yeah. Now, going on to Microsoft. Well, before we go into the major conference, because we teased this from last year, about Microsoft having this conference, which I completely forgot about until it actually started happening. I was like, oh, crap, it's happening. That's
Microsoft
right.
conference, go.
Yeah, and it's all about Windows 10, which, I care about. But I also cared about the Xbox aspect of it, because I started the speculation. Now, wait a minute. I don't even want to go into that yet. Let's go into something else that's old that happened last week. But then we'll also get into that Microsoft talk. For 2 weeks, the Xbox price was risen back up for $400 because that's what Microsoft said. There was a special offer. You had until January 2nd to buy the Xbox One at $350. Now all of a sudden it's like, well, if you bought it between that from then and now, sucks to be you, man.
They put it back down to $350.
They put it down to $350 as a special offer, but it doesn't have a start date. And it's already started, but it has no end date. So it's now just call it a price drop. Like, really?
Yeah. If so, in those 2 weeks, if you bought, like Ricky said, if you bought it within those 2 weeks where it was $400, yeah, it's not fun to be you, man.
Sucks to be you.
You wasted $50.
Now, well, of course, Microsoft had talked about Windows 10. Windows 10 is probably the new thing. For people who are interested in Windows 10, there is an offer where you can get Windows 10 for free if you have Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 8.1, which is very cool that Microsoft never done that before, but it's only going to be free for the first year. After that, that's it. You missed out. I'll try it out. I don't care. I definitely want to try Windows 10.
I'm going to try it out. I have 7, so I think it's time for it.
And I think 8 was just not that
8 wasn't
great.
My style.
Not at all.
So, I mean, you could still... The thing about people thought that 8 had that weird interface.
Yes.
You could go back to the other interface.
You could, but there wasn't the start button. It wasn't the same thing. It was still running in the background, that type of thing. It felt like the desktop was an app, but not the actual operating system. That's what it was, and that was the general feel. But people got used to it. I know my girlfriend got used to it. She has Windows 8, and I look at her laptop, and I'm like, no, that belongs on the phone. Like, don't give me the phone operating system on a computer when it's supposed to be a desktop. Like, I don't like that at all. That's like, and that's the thing. I mean, Microsoft tried and it failed. I don't know if it really failed that well or not, but it didn't really work out so well. But people still bought into it.
Yeah.
But they're going back to a computer should be a computer, should be a desktop. Everything that's mobile should be the touchscreen. Tablet should be touchscreen, and that's it. If people want to have both, they have that option with Windows 8 where they have the touchscreen and the keyboard be a laptop. But but a lot of people are hesitant, but I think a lot of people are going to jump on Windows 10, and that's how I feel like.
I will. I mean, I don't know why they're not calling it Windows 9.
So many different rumors and speculation about why we're not gonna get into that right now.
It's just like, you know what? Screw 9. We're just gonna go right to 10.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? Someone said because Windows had Windows 98, so it starts with 9, so it might throw out some operating, some backwards compatibility type of things and all that other stuff.
Bit of a stretch.
And then yeah, or something else too, with the fact that it's the actual version.
They had
is
Windows
10,
95 and Windows 98, and they didn't.
Yeah. Well, there is still 9 in it, but then also too, people said that it's the fact that it's the actual version, but I don't even think the actual version of 8 is 8. I think it's still 7. But I don't know. Whatever the case may be. Like I said, I don't even want to spend time speculating on that. I want to speculate on what the hell Microsoft is doing with the Xbox One and Windows 10. Yeah, there's going to be a relation. I called it last year, and I felt like this was going to be the way to go. I wonder how this is going to affect the Steam machines. You will be able to stream your Xbox One games to your Windows 10 PC. Not only that, you get to stream it on your phone, you get to stream it on your tablet, you get to stream it on your laptop. You can stream an Xbox One game anywhere that has a Windows 10.
You want. That is nice.
That's a game changer. Because Sony was starting it off with this cross-play PC kit. Well, nope. Microsoft said straight up, you're just gonna play that game on Windows. Well, you bought Halo for Xbox. Guess what? You can now technically be playing Halo on Windows. Boom. That's it.
Play it on Windows. You want to play Halo on your phone? Bang, here you go.
Yeah, Halo on your phone. Think about that concept.
That's dope.
Halo on your phone. End of story. Now, they also talked about doing the reverse, streaming Windows 10 on your Xbox One. Now, the only thing I thought about was, can you play like Half-Life and Half-Life 2 and Portal and all those other games that are on Steam on your Xbox One? That's very interesting to me.
Maybe.
I don't know how and what capacity they're actually going to have Windows 10 to stream onto the Xbox One. Those details are coming out later. I don't think it's fully worked out, but they started that little speculation.
It's weird because then you think about other games, League of Legends or World of Warcraft or stuff like that. You play that on your Xbox?
And then the new audience. Say, what if League of Legends gets so big? If it's like you can play it on your Xbox One? Think about that.
Oh my god, that would be strange. This could be game changing. I'm gonna keep my eye on this.
Not only that, now, not to be shy, not to be outdone by Sony saying, they have crossplay with PC. Oh, we have this game called Fable Legends. You could crossplay it on the Xbox One and PC. Boom! How about that?
Boom. Xbox making moves or what?
Yeah, Xbox made some moves with some Windows 10's announcement and streaming and everything. That's a game changer for real.
OP needs to deliver though.
Yeah, OP needs to deliver. You're absolutely right.
They've made some pretty big claims in the past and they've failed to deliver.
But this hologram headset though. Now that's the real game changer.
That's pretty dope.
That made me forget that there was Xbox news. I was really watching it for the Xbox, but then it was talking about the HoloLens. I had to re-look it up and look up every single detail about that because I was just amazed. Like, everybody's jumping on the virtual reality bandwagon because that's probably going to be the future anyway. But Microsoft decided to say, virtual reality, it's not really the future. How about the AR, the alternative reality, augmented reality, excuse me. And instead of you being in a virtual world, the virtual world is in front of you with the world that's in front of you. Like,
Dang.
They showed the example of like the woman basically making a drone with like in front of her face on screen showing it, and it looks like in the Outer Minority Report where you're just touching things and moving things around. It was
so
just
cool,
dope.
like Tony Stark in the Avengers. Like
yes,
Robert Downey
exactly.
Jr. just standing there like with Jarvis just moving things in his face. Like that's so cool. That's going to be a reality pretty soon.
Yeah,
that is so.
It can be
amazing.
used for games, and not only that, Microsoft's actually teamed up with NASA and using this to explore Mars.
This is some dope stuff.
Yeah. This is the real game changer. This is the real future. This is the future that I think a lot of people have been waiting for.
Yes.
That's the real game changer. In all honesty, there's a lot more details that we're not getting into. It's really a headset, but this headset not only does the augmented reality, also will be able to help you communicate with people as well. So we talked about people exploring Mars, basically. Now, they showed an example of like a daughter with the headset talking to her dad on Skype. Her dad is on Skype on the wall that she can see, and the father can look at her lens and what she's looking at through his tablet, and he's drawing on the screen to show her how to like install a pipe, which, it's like a menial thing, but they're showing an example. It looks dumb, but it really like, it's like, holy crap. Like he's drawing on the screen, showing like, dude, this is what you do. And it's like, oh, okay, let me do this. And it's like, what? This is a freaking game changer, dude. You're drawing your directions on showing me how to do things in life. Like what?
This is some dope stuff, man. Microsoft definitely headed in the absolute right direction.
Yeah, they took an idea and ran with it. And apparently, the hologram plans were out there, and it was leaked back in 2012. And I guess people kind of paid attention to it, but they were probably like, it's something that's like a patent. Those patents never go through anyway. This one went through. This is the game changer. I don't even know what more to say about it. It's just check out all the links I got. I'm gonna put like several links out there for that because what they show is amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is, if this happens, my God, we're headed the right place. Like I keep saying that over and over, but it's because it's just that's my reaction to this.
Yeah,
it's just this is where we're going. This is real stuff.
And now talking about DirectX 12, this is gonna be the new API of gaming. Where and talking about it, it cuts the power consumption of DirectX 11, and it still will work with current video cards that are in PCs already, and it will require a new video card in the future to be able to use certain aspects of DirectX. But for right now, whatever video card is out there right now can use DirectX 12. So another thing in the future.
Yep.
Now, one more thing about Microsoft, because, damn, we were just amazed by this. Then it just shows the messy side of Microsoft, which is about Halo, where Halo's going to get a patch, the anniversary one anyway, the anniversary edition. And not only are they going to be releasing this patch, it's they're beta testing the patch. I don't remember ever hearing of a beta testing of a patch ever. I don't even Steve, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know about this.
I'm on the boat with you. I've never heard of beta testing a patch.
Yeah, that's kind of bad. That's how bad your game was that this happened.
They monumentally screwed up with this Halo collection.
Yeah. And just in time for Halo 5.
People even want to buy Halo 5 anymore.
Well, but they still will. Let's not even lie. Let's not even lie. Let's not lie, Steve.
I was kind of trying to make a stupid point
that
this ruined everything for Halo fans.
No,
I know a lot of Halo fans who just hate the series now because of this collection.
But then it's Halo 5.
But then it's the new
it's Halo 5.
They're gonna hate Halo 5 for Halo 5.
Yeah, that's it.
Because it's gonna be jetpacks and stuff. I hope they don't put jetpacks back in the game.
Oh God, I don't even know. I don't even care at this point. But that's it for our Microsoft stuff. Moving on to Sony.
Bang.
Sony is debuting that show, the original show we talked about a while back on this program. I don't even remember how long ago. It was original series Powers, which is based on a graphic novel. The first 3 episodes are going to premiere March 10th. It's basically about a detective that is trying to protect people from superhuman beings known as Powers. So that's an interesting premise for it. I never heard of the graphic novel. I really wanted to look into it and see if this will actually work.
Sounds interesting. Sounds kind of like almost like Heroes.
Yeah, in a way. But I guess protecting them from the powers, regular people from the powers. I mean, that also would mean that the detective would have to have powers too. Oh, I guess that's the twist and the I guess the thing of the show.
Boom! Brain exploded.
Sony also released the top downloaded games of 2014. I just want to go over that real quick. In the U.S., Destiny was the top, of course. Grand Theft Auto 5, Call of Duty, Minecraft, The Last of Us Remastered, Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, Battlefield 4, Infamous Second Son, which, wow, that's still popular, Watch Dogs, and then Metal Gear Solid 5.
Well, Infamous came out in the beginning of 2014.
Yeah, that's true. And then for PS3, it's basically about the same games, but Minecraft was the top game, followed by Grand Theft Auto 5, Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare. Destiny was 4th on PlayStation 3, funny enough.
Well, I'm pretty sure everyone was getting it for PlayStation 4, not 3.
Yeah, the better graphics, man. Battlefield 4, Tokyo Jungle, which I don't know what that is. Metal Gear Solid 5, Need for Speed Most Wanted, South Park Stick of Truth, and Terraria.
Oh, cool.
And then for add-ons, the Destiny expansion pack was the top on the PS4, followed by Call of Duty Ghosts Onslaught, Battlefield 4 Premium. Yeah, Battlefield 4 is on this. Destiny Expansion 1, The Dark Below, and then Call of Duty Ghost Devastation.
With the PlayStation, with the PS3.
PlayStation 3, Ghost Onslaught, of course, is on top. Black Ops 2 Apocalypse is also second. Last of Us Left Behind, the DLC for Last of Us was third. And then the Black Ops 2 Vengeance and Nuketown Zombies map was fourth and fifth.
The PS Vita ones really interest me here.
Which ones? Go ahead.
Number 1 was Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment, which that's the one that really, I'm like, Sword Art Online, really?
Vita has a different audience and a different type of gaming.
Well,
I told
clearly,
you,
because Sword Art Online is it's an anime.
Yeah.
So then Minecraft was number 2. Number 3 was Killzone Mercenary. What's that was number 3? Number 4 was Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z. 5 was Final Fantasy X2 HD Remastered.
Portable Final Fantasy, that's crazy.
That's number 6. Number 6 was Terraria. Number 7 was Need for Speed Most Wanted. 8 was The Walking Dead, the complete first season. 9 was Injustice, Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition. And number 10 was Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The handheld Batman Arkham. I forgot about that one.
Yep.
And then PS Classics to round this all out. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was on top, which of course it is. Come on
San
now.
Andreas, man.
Now, what surprised me was Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2,
And
Crash Bandicoot 3.
They were all like, it was
In
those 2, 3,
consecutive
and 4.
order.
Crash Bandicoot was so awesome, though.
It was.
I
And
love
I
Crash
thought a lot of
Bandicoot.
people really forgot about this game. I
The
thought
Ooga Booga, man.
I really expected
Ooh.
I really expected Final Fantasy 7 to be like the top, but it was actually
No.
like 9th. And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
I'm glad people still love Crash Bandicoot. I haven't played that game maybe in about like 15 years. I really need to play that
all
game
these
again.
games on this list are they're classics. Like, they're here for a reason, I guess.
To continue it out, Bully, Spyro the Dragon, Crash Team Racing, The Legend of Dragoon. That's a throwback.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7, and then Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which actually people claim that Vice City is actually the best Grand Theft Auto of all time, but people really seem to gravitate towards San Andreas more so than anything else.
Yeah, San Andreas was a lot of fun, but I did enjoy Vice City.
I actually
More.
have Vice City. I never played it.
Really?
Yeah, I have to take the time to play that one day.
I actually really liked Vice City a lot. But it was like, but San Andreas just had a lot more features to it.
Oh man, the things you did on the side. I didn't even complete the game because it was just so much to do. And after I gave up, it was like a hard mission I couldn't complete. I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna go around and just do dumb shit.
Well, yeah, like once I got to a certain point in the game where you can recruit gang members and stuff.
Yeah.
I ended up hijacking a bus, recruited a whole bunch of gang members, and we all just got on the bus. And I just drove around town, and then we would drive past like the enemy gang. They would all stick out the bus and start shooting at the other gang from the bus. Like, yo, that's so dope. Please.
Oh, I love that game. That game's amazing.
And then I think I crashed the bus and we all died.
Yeah, of
But-
course. But hey, it was awesome. That
It was
Grand Theft
awesome.
Auto.
We all went down together.
And then last thing about PS4, there's a Bloodborne PS4. I know how much you love your alternate
stuff.
consoles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this one is being called uninspired. I want to. I want your opinion of that, and your face is priceless.
What? There's nothing. It just says Bloodborne on it. There's nothing different. The white one's cool, but it's just like that's so lame.
It looks like the faceplate that they're selling.
It looks so stupid. The old school PS1 for the PS4 was so much cooler.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's actually probably one of my favorite things ever that I never got.
Oh man. Oh.
But this Bloodborne one looks so dumb.
Yeah.
Why would you even waste your time?
I don't know. They need different consoles for different people, different strokes for different folks, Steve.
Please.
PC gaming stuff.
Master Race.
There we go. Steam Broadcasting, which is the streaming service that Valve has, is live. It's not on beta anymore. You can stream straight from Steam now.
Dope.
So that's already started. Remember Star Citizen, the game that's like been made forever? It's been kickstarted to death, and
But they're asking for ridiculous amounts of money on Kickstarter.
yeah,
That one, yeah.
yeah. Now, Chris Roberts, who is which his latest project, of course, is Star Citizen. He also was in Hollywood. He was a game developer turned movie producer, game developer again. Talked about his career during the BAFTA masterclass presentation. And he talked about that the Star Citizen will reach $100 million in 2015, which is like, wait, no, really?
Please, and you still can't make this game?
Well, he did say a release date. He said that the alpha should come out at the end of this year, and then the game
God.
should come out at some point next year.
Oh my God. Please. Hey, you know what? At this point, they put so much money in people. The people
Like I said,
have put so much money into this game.
It's a con. It has to be a con. There's no way I can believe that this game's being made forever, funded by people, and just nothing comes out from it.
Oh God.
Now, Steve, you play WoW.
Yeah. Wait. No, we don't tell people this. What are you talking about?
Well, you are a WoW fan, let's say.
No, I play.
Well, how many characters do you have, and what levels are they?
Well, I mean, I have a ton of characters. I only have 2 at max level, 100.
Mm-hmm.
I am working on. I've got 2 in the 90s. I got like a 96 and a 93, and I'm currently leveling up another one that's like 70 something.
Well, you know what, Steve? You're being lame because this person had max level with 100 characters in WoW. Yeah,
the silence speaks for itself. Like
you have to step up your game, Steve, because you can't.
I'm
you can't
good. Leveling sucks.
All right,
I hate leveling.
So here's a quote from the person who did it. I have to credit his or her name. A player called Watola. Let's read the quote. Let's see. I did approximately 460 levels in 16 days. My leveling was primarily done via questing and gathering of treasures. Mission experience played a huge role in rounding out the experience, so I could be stricter on my questing paths. My view on leveling this expansion is almost perfect. I feel as though there should be a more choice of ways you should level out in the world. However, they're on track with bonus objectives and all the treasures. I was questing 80 to 90. When I was questing 80 to 90, I was finding myself doing almost the entire zone, at least the major parts of a zone, just to reach the next level bracket. Now I can just pick and choose what quest I want to do, assuming rested experience, because the vast amount of treasures are huge bonus objective experience points.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the best thing now, so how he actually like started. So he put in the forums. He said, I finally reached the goal of 100 level 100s. I started this project near the end of Mist of Pandaria. At the time of starting, I already leveled about 20 characters to max level, so another 80 didn't seem that extreme.
Please. God, that's way too many. Like I said, I hate leveling. I understand where he's coming from, where it's a lot easier to go from 90 to 100.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it in about a day, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
I guess 3 if you're slow. Like, you shouldn't take you any longer than 3 days to go from 90 to 100. But it's the rest of that. It's going from 1 to 90. That's the real like pain in the ass.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Like I said, I'm doing it right now on a character. I'm one of the people from the station. I want to play with him, but I don't have a character on a server. So guess what? Gotta make one.
Yeah.
And I just start from level 1.
Oh,
and it's at 7. It's at 70 right now. I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Well, at least you're like that person. There was a time where people were so addicted to WoW that that was their lives, basically.
Oh,
so,
dude.
At least you had a limit.
My question for him is, out of his 100s, how many of them are actually geared?
I don't know.
Because my 2 that I have, they're geared.
Oh, snap. Challenge.
Yeah, they're geared. Huh? Gear all your 100s, then talk to me.
Well,
grind all that out.
Well, well, I don't know. There's the article. I'll send you the post long.
No,
there's a long ass post.
Yeah, I've got friends who are way above me. They've got 7 or 8 characters and they're all geared out. So we're good. I'm good with 2. I'm not that much into it.
Yeah, he did a whole process. All right, lightning round. Let's do this. This is it. All right, Twitch is. Remember we talked about Twitch and they had this whole music thing, which was banning people when they played certain songs because they weren't licensed to them and whatnot. So the only option was to either have it licensed by you yourself, or that's it. Well, Twitch now
not have music.
Yeah, or not have music at all. Thank you. So now there's a playlist that Twitch has that you can use during your streams, and they won't get banned or anything.
Sweet.
They may get banned if it's through YouTube, but that's a whole different story. But as far as Twitch, it's a playlist. They got it. It's good.
Yeah, so you can do it out on your Twitch live or your recorded.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Twitch, there was an article I saw from Polygon saying, "Hey, you want to be big on stream? On Twitch, stream one of these 5 games." Well, I didn't care about that part, but I did care about the data of the 5 top games that were huge at the final quarter of 2014, which to me was just like, holy crap.
And I was able to guess them all too.
Yeah, I challenged Steve in prep. I should have just saved it for the show. So you know what? I know you don't have the article in front of you. All right, Steve, tell me the top 5 games.
All right. League of Legends.
Okay.
Dota.
Mm-hmm.
World of Warcraft.
Yep.
Was Minecraft one of them?
Nope.
No, not Minecraft. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. God, I know this. I got 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I think World of Warcraft is like number 4 on the list too. I'm missing.
There's World of Warcraft.
I'm missing,
yeah.
but I'm just saying I'm missing number 3 in the list. I think
And 5.
3 and 5. Oh, I got. Why am I missing this?
One of them might be an FPS.
Counter Strike.
Yeah, huh? And something has to do with cards.
Oh right, Hearthstone.
Yeah, Hearthstone.
Yep. That's.
So-
I knew them. I just was blanking on the spot.
The top viewed single game on Twitch
League of
was
Legends.
League of Legends.
Please.
The percentage of view was 26% of people were watching League of Legends. Besides that, Dota 2 was 12%. Hearthstone was 9%. Along with the Counter-Strike, that was also 9%. And then World of Warcraft was 5%. To compare the number of League of Legends to the rest, because basically they just put that and then the rest. Now, the rest of Twitch, everybody was watching 39% versus 26% were watching one game.
My God, League has a mind of its own. Like League is a monster right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's going to continue to grow, and it's going to continue to be this monster of consuming game.
Yeah, I just don't know any numbers of from this, but the percentages are just
Percentages are enough for you.
Yeah, that just holy crap.
Just
You
think,
know what I mean?
just think of how many people are on Twitch daily.
Yeah, there's probably some numbers on here. I'll probably link it to you. There's a volume and share. Okay, yeah. Volume, that's 417.7. I think that's a million people watching. Holy crap. I should have read this article beforehand. I should have found that before just finding the actual graph. But you know what? I'll put it out there. We'll link it. That's about it.
Yeah.
Mila Jovovich was talking about the Resident Evil movie, which I didn't know there were still Resident Evil movies.
Yeah.
The final chapter starts filming in August. So there we go. Finally,
I
that
only
movie will
watched the
end.
first one.
Me too.
I only watched the first one. I didn't watch the rest.
I haven't seen the rest either. I kind of want to, but the only one I've ever seen was the first one. That was it.
Yeah.
And then finally from us, Salty was one of the winners of the most likely to succeed words in 2014.
I use that word so much.
And that's according to the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah. Yeah, so I say salty all the time. We actually have an expression down here where we say, all these spices and you chose salty. So that's it.
That's it. So you can follow us on Twitter. It is at 2BroGamersPod. That's the number 2 BroGamersPod, or follow us individually.
I am at Steve B. Agilism. That's AGILISM.
And I am at TEH_Rick, Rick, basically. And follow us on our WordPress too, 2BroGamersPodcast.wordpress.com.
And feel free to like us, share us, comment on YouTube, and we will be more than happy to embrace it.
Yes, and that's about it. Yeah, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Cheers.